In Oklahoma, it is perfectly legal for one agent to represent the buyer and the seller. We choose not to in our office because I really feel strongly about representing my client. I typically have a longer relationship with one client over the other. So my sellers I work with sometimes for months before they're ready to put their house on the market. And I believe that they have hired me to get them as much money as possible on their property, whereas a buyer typically hires their agent to help them save as much money as possible on a property. So I feel like there's a little bit of conflict of interest for me. I make no judgment about other agents and how they do business, but within our office, I like to just be representing one party. And then we have other agents. I have other agents in my office that can then represent the other side should we happen to, get a call off the sign to help the seller, or maybe one of our buyers that we have is a good match for a listing that we have. I just really like to keep that separate so that that agent can be working for their client and I can be working for mine. My loyalties lie with my client, and I don't want them to ever question. I don't want there to even be, a question in their mind as to who I am focused on working for. I think it's because I come from a family of attorneys and I just really like to keep things very separate and make sure that my client never wonders what my motivation is. My motivation is always to be their advocate and fiduciary through that process.